Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for the day: Berea citizens are questioning a change to their trash collection. Plus, family members remember the life of Jordan Morgan 3 years after her death, and the death toll climbs again following recent severe weather. Speaking of the weather, we're going to have Sam in the Weather Center, going to get a look at that complete forecast. And of course, Michael Watkins will be here with your latest sports report. That's all today, Live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, the city of Berea has initiated a new residential waste collection policy with Waste Connections, resulting in the distribution of 95-gallon trash bins to residents. The transition has prompted a wave of citizen feedback, largely expressed through social media platforms. The 5-year contract, aimed at managing rising waste disposal costs, included a monthly service rate of $17.20 billed quarterly. The contract mandates the use of provided 95-gallon bins, replacing the previous system where residents could use their own trash cans. This change is attributed to the adoption of automated lifting systems on waste collection trucks, which are incompatible with privately owned bins. Recycling services are available for an additional $5.15 per month, with residents receiving a separate recycling bin. These bins, equipped with lids, are intended to increase recycling capacity and reduce litter. Citizen concerns primarily focus on the size of the new bins and the mandatory switch from personal trash cans. Many residents have expressed difficulties in storing and maneuvering the larger containers. Feedback posted on social media platforms highlighted concerns regarding storage capacity, accessibility, and overall impact on the residents. City officials have acknowledged the concerns and emphasized the cost-saving benefits of the new contract, particularly for senior citizens with discounts. They have also highlighted the increased recycling capacity and litter reduction expected from the new recycling bins. The city aims to complete the distribution of the new bins by March. WBON TV has reached out to the city of Berea for further comment and clarification regarding the new implementation process and citizens' feedback, but has not yet received a response. Well, a weekend fire resulted in 2 people being sent for treatment. Madison County EMS and firefighters responded to a working structure fire at a home on 100 block of Rose Lane in Madison County around 12:45 Sunday morning. Once firefighters arrived, Madison County EMS was on scene treating the victims, one reportedly a young child. Both were sent for treatment for unknown and varying levels of injuries. The Madison County Fire Department, Bluegrass Army Depot Fire, and Waco Volunteer Fire Department and EMS all responded to that scene. Of course, we'll have more updates on that as they become available. Well, a valuable dump trailer reported stolen out of Estill County was recovered in Madison County this weekend. According to the Madison County Sheriff's Department, they got the call that the 14-foot Big Tex trailer may be in Madison County. Deputy Kermeen actually spotted the truck pulling a trailer matching the reported stolen trailer on Charlie Norris Road and initiated a stop at Irvin Road and Robbinsville Loop. Shannon Hardy, Sean Hardy, and Susan Bailey were occupants of that truck. Shannon Hardy, the driver of the truck, told the deputy that his boss, Larry Riddle, had instructed them to pick up the trailer and dump it and bring a trailer back to Riddle Construction. The investigation confirmed it was the stolen trailer out of Estill County and that all 3 were arrested and face varying charges of stolen property as well as drug possession. 3 years after the tragic death of Jordan Morgan, a 32-year-old woman killed in her Madison County home, family and friends gathered to honor her memory with a balloon release. Jordan Morgan was fatally shot on February 22nd of 2022. Shannon Gilday, 22, has been charged with her murder, accused of breaking into the home of former state lawmaker C. Wesley Morgan and killing Jordan while she slept. The loss has deeply affected the family and friends who remembered her as a beautiful, smart woman who believed in God. At the graveside gathering, loved ones shared cherished memories of Jordan. According to our media partner, LEX18, her cousin Diana Sizemore described her as a fierce, wonderful attorney with so much life left in her. Childhood best friend Lindsay Paulson recalled joyful moments like dance parties and lake trips, while half-sister Shonda Burrows spoke on Jordan's light and sparkle. Jordan's mother, Lisa Foster, shared that her final text from her daughter was a simple "good night" and "I love you." The family is now focused on seeking justice. C. Wesley Morgan believes his daughter's death was connected to his political career and expressed his belief that the death penalty is the only fitting punishment. Prosecutors with the case are seeking the death penalty, and the defense is arguing for leniency due to his mental state. Well, earlier this month, a Lexington man was arrested by the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division for allegedly sending a juvenile inappropriate text messages. According to the court records, 28-year-old Wani Cujo sent the messages to juvenile who lived in Montgomery County on December the 29th, 2024, just after 3 p.m. Reportedly, the victim already had a protective order against him. Cujo allegedly threatened sexual contact in the message and requested the victim to be his partner. After receiving a complaint about the inappropriate contact, police were reportedly able to track his IP address to Lexington, where Cujo was allegedly seen on video. He was arrested February 15th on charges of first-degree stalking and procurement of promotional use of a minor by electronic means. He's been taken to the Montgomery County Regional Jail, where he is currently being held on a $25,000 bond. The investigation into the case is ongoing. Well, on Friday, a Cynthiana man was sentenced to 30 years in prison after being found guilty on a murder charge. According to officials, Joshua Watkins strangled Alexandra Defina, the mother of his children, on May 28th of 2023 in their home on Wardown Lane. On May 30th, Watkins reported the death to police, claiming that he had found Defina dead in his bed. Investigators were able to uncover that her death actually happened on the 28th. On June 7th of 2023, Watkins, in an interview with police, confessed to the murder. He was indicted by the Harrison County Grand Jury on July 7th. Following several months of felony mediations attended by Defina's family, Watkins entered a guilty plea. Harrison County Judge Jay Delaney reportedly stated that Watkins would not be eligible for parole until he served at least 20 years of his sentence. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Much nicer day out there today, a little bit warmer and all. We've got Sam in the Weather Center right after this.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Co-Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Stihl in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammoet Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammoet Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofWorks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV, Channel 9. A much nicer day out there, warmer. I'm going to take it over to Sam, see what the weekend or the week holds in store.
Hi, thanks, Gretchen. Welcome, everyone. What a beautiful day we enjoyed. And now, as we head into the overnight, we'll see some clouds starting to move in, and there are chances of a few sprinkles out here. We have a very weak little disturbance. And we see by 7 p.m. that's this little trough, this orange line, if you will, or brown line. It's just going to nick the northern sections. Again, bringing in some clouds, passing clouds through the overnight, and just a few drips. So we're talking sprinkles at worst. Temps, meanwhile, above freezing. That is the key. Even if we do see any kind of precipitation, we'll be around 42 for an overnight low in Berea. Mount Vernon at 40, Irvin around 35, Lancaster at 39, and Danville at 41. Few sprinkles tonight. Warmer temperatures will continue with a few showers returning to the area Wednesday night, Thursday morning. But we're going to have warm temps out ahead of that. When that front comes through, it may drop our temperatures a few degrees Thursday and Friday, but overall, it's staying mild. And into the weekend, we should be dry. This is weekend system. We have another wave moving at us, but it should stay to the north. It looks like the storm track is going to be mainly to our north. And again, that's going to keep us on the mild side of things. So for our Tuesday afternoon, it shows shower threat, but that's early in the morning. That's the sprinkles I just mentioned. Well, we should warm up into the upper 50s, Richmond, and elsewhere, Winchester at 56. The average high is 51, so doing pretty good on that. And as we look ahead, again, it shows quite a few shower icons, but this is really Wednesday night into Thursday where we could have some showers ahead of a front that does cool us off. But the warmest day going to be on our Wednesday, high of 61. And we'll see mainly dry conditions with shower threat. Should hold off until after 10 p.m. A few showers early Thursday morning, looking at maybe up to 1/4 inch of rain. And a little bit cooler Thursday, Friday, back into sunshine, quiet through the weekend.
Thanks, Sam. That's a much better forecast than what we saw last week at this time. You can always check out that full forecast up at our website, WBONTV.com, and you can also check that out on our Facebook page. Well, in a story we've been following here live at 5, a vigil was held Sunday in London for Doug Harless, who was fatally shot by London police officers in December. The shooting sparked unrest in the community, with residents demanding transparency and accountability from city officials. Authorities state that the officers were serving a warrant, but records indicate the warrant was executed at the wrong residence. The incident has deeply affected the community, with attendees expressing their grief and outrage during a recent meeting. LEX 18, our partner, said the tragedy was avoidable and preventable and unnecessary. The vigil was one of several public demonstrations aimed to pressure city officials to release information regarding the ongoing investigation. Attendees called for justice and demanded the officers involved be charged. The Kentucky State Police are handling that investigation. The identities of the officers involved have not been released to the public. Well, human remains have been discovered in Means in Menifee County, prompting an ongoing investigation there. On February 21st, Sheriff Smallwood responded to a report of discovered remains and subsequently requested assistance from the Kentucky State Police, Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, and the Menifee County Coroner Megan Peck. An initial search was conducted, and the discovered remains were sent to the Kentucky State Medical Examiner's Office in Frankfort for DNA testing and identification. The following day, Kentucky Fish and Wildlife continued the search and located the majority of the human remains. These remains were also transported to Frankfort by Coroner Peck. Authorities will notify the family once identification is confirmed, and a public announcement will follow. The Menifee County Sheriff's Office expressed gratitude to KSP, Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, Coroner Peck, and deputies for their assistance. They also requested that the public refrain from speculation and spreading rumors out of respect for the families with missing loved ones. Officials' information will be released once the identification process is complete. Well, one person was killed during a shooting in Rowan County this past Saturday. According to officials, they received a report of a shooting at a home on Oak Grove Road around 12:30 a.m. First responders reportedly found a 28-year-old man, later identified as Nicholas Clevenger, dead at that scene. Clevenger's body has been taken for autopsy to the medical examiner's office in Frankfort. Police have not released any suspect information at this time, as the investigation does continue. Well, the Burl, a live music venue in Lexington, is collecting donations for flood victims. The event organizers are accepting items including mops, towels, diapers, and sleeping bags, which will reportedly be delivered to Pike and Perry counties. Co-owner of the Burl, Cannon Armstrong, said it was important for the staff to use this time as an opportunity to help fellow Kentuckians. "We normally do a concert," said Armstrong. "We ended up pivoting more toward accepting donations this time around and focusing on trying to use our reach and use of the community that we have here to gather up some resources so that we can help some of these other folks that are doing really, really great work." The Burl will be accepting donations over the next several days. Now we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a big night for sports. We got Michael in right after this to tell you all about it.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service in a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hicks and Punson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 News Team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings, and log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Postseason basketball begins tonight, and we have multiple games across many of Wallingford media stations. With a preview of the big ones taking place in Richmond tonight, here's Michael Watkins with the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Monday Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report. It is officially postseason basketball time in the Bluegrass, with the district tournaments all across the state getting underway tonight. And here in Madison County, it's a unique time for the tournament, as for just the third time in 18 years and the first time since the 2020 44th District Tournament, Madison Central and Madison Southern meet in the first round. We'll start with the ladies. On December 17th, the Lady Eagles made the drive over to Richmond to face their biggest rival, and even though it was an early season game, the Lady Indians had already established themselves as a threat to come out of the 11th region. Central won 63-35, and the game was never really in doubt, but in that 28-point loss, Southern was without one of the top players in the region, Hadley French, and their energy player and one of their best defenders, Brianna Hensley, was also out. Those two are back now, and despite losing 3 of their last 4 games, when French and Lacey Sandlin are out there together, the Lady Eagles can hang with anyone. Sandlin led the team in scoring with 16.1 and was tied for the lead with the team rebounding numbers per game as well. French scored just 151 points this year in only 13 games, but scored a season-high 21 in the final regular season game, where they blew out Lexington Catholic 68-19. We all know how good Central is. The team won their first 21 games, and their only 2 losses came to 2 teams ranked in the top 10. The three-headed monster of Natia Strader, the 11th Region Player of the Year, Cameron Ritterikoff, and Brittany Campbell have the team poised to make a deep postseason run, but to do that, they'll have to go through a Lady Eagles team with nothing to lose. The Lady Indians outscored their opponents by nearly 500 points this season, winning with defense and experience, 2 places where they will have an advantage at tonight. But if French and Sandlin can find a way to score points and take care of the basketball, then this one could come down to the wire. In the nightcap, there are a lot of unknowns. It's believed that Kaysen Nabi will be out for Southern, and Luke Asher was back for the Indians in their regular season game, their final regular season game, but was only able to put up 4 points. Injuries will play a major role in this game. And for the young Eagles team, how do they respond with their veteran leader and top scorer unable to play? In 2 meetings that both took place in late December, the Indians outlasted the Eagles, winning by 12 points in Game 1 and 4 points in Game number 2. Nabi scored a combined 57 points in those games, and that is a lot of firepower to lose, especially considering the youth on the side of the Eagles. Can the young guys step up? Can they find a way to contain Jake Feldhouse? 2 huge question marks for Coach Steve Wright as the postseason begins tonight. Watch both games live from Baptist Health Arena on WBON TV as we bring you the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament. Our coverage will begin at 5:30 following the newscast. Watch live on Channel 9.1 over the air, Spectrum Channel 712 here in Madison County, or on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube, or Roku channel, or listen on radio at 106.7 The Pinnacle. Well, after having its 8-game winning streak snapped on Thursday, Eastern Kentucky University will try and start a new winning streak with the men's basketball team while closing out the regular season with 2 games in Florida. The Colonels will play at Jacksonville tonight and at North Florida on Wednesday. The A-Sun Conference Tournament begins with the 2 first-round games on Sunday, and EKU is currently 17-12 overall and tied for 3rd in the A-Sun with an 11-5 league mark. The Colonels are 1 game behind North Alabama and Lipscomb, who are tied for 1st at 12-4. EKU is tied with Florida Gulf Coast and 1 game in front of 2 teams tied for 5th. The top 4 teams play at home in the conference tournament quarterfinals on Monday, March the 3rd. Jacksonville is 16-12 overall and tied for 5th in the A-Sun with a 10-6 mark, but they have lost 3 straight games. Coverage of that game tonight begins at 6:30 p.m. on 100.7 The Coyote with the tip set for 7 p.m. Lots of basketball on the way for you this week, including the Tanner Dodge 56th District Tournament. Those games begin tonight as well, with the girls' games on WIRV V99.3 FM with JT Elliott on the call for those. So be sure to tune in for those over there as well. For the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, wishing all of our teams good luck in the tournaments this week, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael, for that sports report. And of course, we'll be taking it over to Michael as soon as we get done here live at 5. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more news after this.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Hall & Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Hall & Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Hall & Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Hall & Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Hall & Sons Auto Care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I love this car.
Thanks. Go Colonels. Is it here? Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Well, thanks so much for joining us here today live at 5 for all your news, weather, and sports. And speaking of sports, there's no need to even change the channel. You can keep it right here on WBON TV. We're going to hand it over to the sports crew for a big night of high school basketball. Of course, we've got Madison Central and Madison Southern. They're going to meet in the first round of the 44th District Tournament at EKU. As we wrap things up here, we're going to send it down to campus and the Baptist Health Arena for the Kentucky Roof Works Restoration 44th District Tournament. Thanks for watching today. And of course, don't go anywhere. Lots of great basketball action. We're going to be covering that tournament today and tomorrow. And then the finals will, of course, be on Friday. You can check that out on the stations of Wallingford Media. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow right back here live at 5.